Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it is time for part 2 of the Monday Q&As. I'm a little bit miffed because my video record button didn't go on and I didn't look at it correctly, and I already did this one and noticed the camera wasn't rolling when I got to the end. So let's redo it. First question. Forearm pain that started during weighted bench dips now happens occasionally during bench press and happened today during barbell bent over rows. It feels like a straining pain in the bone, not the joint. Why could this happen? Alright, very simply, if you look at the anatomy when you're doing a bench dip, this is obviously where this started. It's now carrying over to your other lifts because you have strained connective tissue. But you have the wrist back at quite a severe angle and your hand back behind on the bench, and you're in a stretch position. So what ends up happening for a lot of people, they're not built to do this lift. You put too much stress on the connective tissue in your forearm flexors, and so you have some strained tendons. So I would recommend that for immediate remedies, go ahead and take a full deload for your upper body at least. You can keep squatting and things, but your upper body you need a deload, and you need to remove the bench dips out and replace them with something else. You can keep the other lifts that are now being bothered by it, but since that lift is probably causing it for you, you're just not built to do that lift. Go ahead and remove it from your program. And in the meantime, you probably will need a deload for the upper body in order to let that connective tissue heal. If it's not healed after a week of a deload, then you should go talk to your doctor about it. All right, next question. Can a under 16-year-old train with weights? If so, would there be any difference to how an adolescent would train? I generally say about 15 is safe for heavy training as long as it's properly supervised. Anyone under about 15, I would really ask the question of why are you doing it? They're not going to gain the muscle you think they're going to gain. They're not going to get as much strength as you think they're going to gain. So really think through why you want them training, and if you do, then they need to be coached probably by a professional coach who really knows what they're doing. I don't mean a personal trainer, I mean a coach. And they would probably need to work with very light weights. Nothing over about 50% of their max would be used. They would never go anywhere near a max lift. They would just be working on technique and drills and basic strength if you're going to do that. There's no need for them to go ultra heavy. And it's probably only risk with no benefit. So that's how I would answer that one. But about 15 is usually okay to start doing real training. All right, next question. Is it bad to make weird faces when you lift? No, serious. Should you keep your facial muscles relaxed? Alright, I'm going to have a little fun with this one. Most people, and a lot of people at least, when they are training very intensely, they tend to make sex faces. They make very similar faces to when they have an orgasm. And accordingly, my wife can't watch me lift heavy without laughing. So take from that what you will. Now, as far as that goes, I wouldn't worry about it. You're making the natural facial expressions that you just do by default when your muscles are extremely tense and you're under hard physical exertion. So don't worry about it. Don't worry at all about what your face looks like. Just let it do what it's going to do. And in fact, if you're focusing on trying to keep a relaxed face, you're taking concentration and effort away from your training. You're going to reduce performance, so don't worry about it. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.